A very good morning to you all. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all here. I, Dr. Shilpa Kamble from Mechanical Engineering Department, YCCE, welcomes you all for the inaugural function of an international conference on recent advances in materials, manufacturing, and machine learning RAMML 2023 organized by Department of Mechanical Engineering in association with Institute of Engineers, Nagpur Local Chapter, Maharashtra State, and technical partner NPTC Group of Colleges, UK. With the permission of Chair, we would like to start our program with the national anthem, and for that, I request all of you to please stand up for the anthem. Thank you all. To begin this function, let us first take the blessings of Ma Saraswati. As a tradition of our culture, I would now request all the dignitaries to please enlighten the lamps of Ma Saraswati. Please. I would now request all the dignitaries to please occupy their seats on the dais. I welcome the dignitaries on the dais and chief guest of today's function, Engineer Rahul Kulkarni, Chief Operating Officer, OCW Private Limited, Nagpur. I welcome the guest of honor of today's program, Mr. Makrand Allur, Chief Administrative Officer, IIM Nagpur. I would like to welcome our guest of honor, Ajinkya Prabhune, Professor, Heidelberg University, Germany. I welcome the president of today's function, Dr. UP Waghe sir. I also welcome Dr. Manali Shirsagar ma'am, advisor RAMML 2023. I would like to welcome our conference chair, Dr. JP Giri sir and Dr. RB Chadge sir. And I would extend a very warm welcome to all the departmental heads, deans, faculty members, and dear participants. Dear all, this is the second time that Department of Mechanical Engineering is organizing an international conference RAMML 2023. I would proudly announce that we received an overwhelming response from all across the country and also from the abroad. So let's have a big round of applause for such overwhelming responses from the participants. Thank you all. Now I would request Dr. UP Waghe sir to please felicitate the chief guest of today's function, Engineer Rahul Kulkarni sir, with a sapling and memento. I would now request Dr. JP Giri sir to please felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Makrand Alur, Chief Administrative Officer, IIM Nagpur. Thank you, sir. I would now request Dr. RB Chadge sir to please welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Ajinkya Prabhune. Thank you, sir. I would now request Professor Neeraj Suneria sir to please welcome the president of today's program, Dr. UP Waghe sir. Thank you, sir. I would now request Professor Chetan Mahatme sir to please welcome Dr. Manali Shirsagar ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite our conference chair and head of the Mechanical Engineering Department, Dr. JP Giri sir, for the welcome address. Please.
Thank you, ma'am. Dignitaries on the dais, Engineer Rahul Kulkarni, sir, CEO OCW, Engineer Makrand Alu, sir, Chief Administrative Officer, IIM Nagpur, Dr. Ajinkya Prabhune, sir, Professor, Heidelberg University, Germany, our very own Dr. UP Waghe, sir, Principal YCC, Dr. Manali Sagar, madam, my co-conference chair, Dr. Rajkumar Chadge, all deans, HODs, functional head, faculty members, and dear students. Now, at the onset, let me extend my sincere gratitude for everybody for occupying coordinates for RAMML 2023. The conference is actually technically sponsored and technically collaborated with NPTC Group UK. It is in association with the Institution of Engineers, Nagpur Local Center, and Maharashtra State Center. And it is also in association with ASME Student Chapter YCCE. As far as details related to RAMML 2023 is concerned, the journey was started way back in 2021, wherein we have organized our first conference in April 2022, which was again a grand success with participation of around 21 different countries with 650 manuscripts and publication in Springer as well as Taylor and Francis. Now this year we have received 533 manuscripts from around from around 12 countries, including USA, Canada, Germany, Korea, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Vietnam, all parts of India, including IITs, NITs, central universities, government engineering colleges, private engineering colleges, etc., etc. Now, would like to take 2 more minutes to explain the entire process of conference. Once we receive such a huge number, because we know the statistics with most of the conferences, even in NITs, and we know that statistics that all around people usually get around 300 to 350 manuscripts and used to struggle to get manuscripts from the different parts of world. We are fortunate enough, my team mechanical have put on lots of efforts, have turned every single thing into a proper output, and that's why we have fetched 533 manuscripts. Then the process was started regarding the paper selection, and there are few, I mean, the serious side and funny side when we have gone through the entire process of the paper selection, and I would like to mention it very precisely. The paper selection was basically based with the initial screening through a Turnitin software. So we used to have a similarity index checking. Our standard was 10% similarity index was allowed. And altogether, then there may be a lot of variations in the different papers from the different domain. Typically, as far as this conference is concerned, different streams are also involved: civil, electrical, electronics and telecommunication, computer, machine learning, etc., including mechanical. So after checking it, then the rigorous process of review, because what we have observed is, as I rightly said, I may take 2 minutes because the process is pretty lengthy and pretty complicated. So after taking the initial screening process, then we have sent it to the review process. So obviously, getting reviewers from all this domain is always a difficult scenario. And this is the point wherein all my fellow HODs and all staff members of YCC came to the rescue of mechanical engineering department, including Vasgi Madam, Raut Sir, Kadavne Sir, Adi Thakare Sir, Gavanne Madam or Dean R&D, then Lalit Sir, Dharmik Sir, everybody. And they have provided the name of reviews. Apart from that, we have created a name of reviews from the different sources, our, I mean, close associativity with IITs, NITs, etc. And believe me, we had a very long list of reviewers. But then this may be initial process wherein we have screened it and send it to the review process. And then again, the very difficult task started getting it review from the people and getting it review in a proper way so that it is going to match with the quality index of Scopus, because the publication is in Teller and Francis as well as in Springer, and we cannot allow substandard manuscript for those publications. So altogether, taking rigorous follow, and this entire process, it's not that simple. To be very frank, handling 533 manuscript, the team mechanical have really done a wonderful task. So I request everybody to please put your hands together. And then it must be a day night working of 3 4 more people, which I really would like to mention: my co-conference chair, Dr. R.B. Chadge, Professor Neeraj Suneria, Professor Chetan Mahatme. Because the process, as I rightly said, very lengthy. Even Professor Neeraj must have received thousands of calls from different authors. And there are small queries right from manuscript template to what we say that the plagiarism report to acceptance, etc., author sequence and whatnot. I mean, the list is very, very long. But these people have really done a fantastic job, and we know that maybe in a sarcastic way, sometimes in educational institutions, we used to have a punching habit at 5 p.m. sharp. But altogether, from so many months, I don't think so. We were always here for 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, handling every single thing. And Professor Neeraj Suneria, Professor Chetan Mahatme, Professor Rajkumar Chadge, even after reaching home, they are supposed to be there at 11 o'clock, 12, sometimes receive call at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And why this is so? Because of the time zones of the different countries. There are around 12, 13 different countries and associated authors from for this particular conference. So I must extend the sincere gratitude to this entire team, because without their support, I don't think so this is really possible. Obviously, the entire team mechanical, Professor Wagmare, Professor Nandurkar, Korde sir, Professor Bonde, Saudari sir, Professor Edlabadkar, P.D. Kamble sir, Professor Alok Narkade, Professor Adakane, and my entire work, I mean, the entire mechanical engineering team have worked very hard to deal with this one. Now, to put it on a very lighter note, we have come across as this. We are also getting matured as far as this is our second conference. So, step by step, we are getting matured as a conference committee. And believe me, we used to receive such a funny call from authors. After a heavy rejection of a paper, a rejection based on 50%, 60% plagiarism, no contents, copy paste type of things. Sometimes it usually happen. And then after rejection, authors used to call us on every single front to convince us how their research is good enough, how they are good enough. And then once that particular, the formula is not working, then they used to insist on, no, sir, this is required for promotion. Sometimes it is required for PhD. Sometimes it is required for target, etc., etc., etc. Why I'm sharing with everybody is because what we have observed is the thousands of calls which committee used to receive or one or two people used to receive, it needs lot of patience. I'm an organizer, so I cannot deny it outrightly to any researcher because I'm looking forward in the future would like to have RAMML 2024, so that we need to have authors for my conference. So with all patience we have addressed each and every single query, try to convince people. Sometimes there are manuscript wherein even the student PPT get pasted as it is, and then we used to receive call, no, no, the manuscript is really good, sir. Please consider it twice. Then I have done a lot of work on that, etc., etc., etc. So there are, funny stories. But let me put it in a very clear-cut world that day by day we are also getting matured to handle all the queries of the authors. Sometimes it is quite difficult to have a communication with foreign authors because somebody from Korea, somebody from Hong Kong, or maybe from China or USA, accent difference, and all these things are this different. So is the time zone and other things. So my team have handled it in a very simple way, and that's why we are here for RAMML 2023. I need to extend my sincere gratitude to our guest editors, renowned people in the world. Professor Bijon Schuller from Imperial College London, this is a world ranked 7th college, and is such a great personality with machine learning background, citation 60,000. Then Dr. Rajiv Gupta from North Carolina State University. Again, is a very big name in material engineering. And they are such a humble people. They are supporting at each and every single level for us. And Dr. Rakesh Mode from IIT Bombay. He did his PhD from Nanyang University, but he's also supporting in a great way. So these are our guest editors. And for indexing process, guest editor name is extremely important. We are fortunate enough to have a publications in Taylor and Francis and Springer. So we have association with International Journal of Interactive Design and Manufacturing, Springer. So Dr. Duke Pham have given us a special issue of this journal, and this is really a great gesture from Dr. Duke Pham to provide special issue of a Springer journal directly to YCC with guest editorship with me, and that means the decision we can make based on the manuscript, quality of a manuscript. The Journal of Advanced Material in Processing Technologies, again by Taylor and Francis. So Dr. Salim Hashmi and Dr. Zulfikar Haider, they have extended their support. In most of the cases, this type of journal don't extend support to the conferences, but then their gesture is really great. And then our Taylor and Francis main proceeding, Advances in Mechanical Engineering and Interdisciplinary Science by CRC Press. And for these things, Mr. Praveen Singh from Taylor and Francis have provided all possible support for us. So practically, from this particular conference, all selected manuscript will be published in Taylor and Francis. All will be we are going to submit it for indexing in Scopus, Web of Science, as well as ESCI. And then there are, out of 533, we have shortlisted around 127 paper. So altogether, if you can see, our rejection rate is also pretty on a higher side. And then few papers we have converted into poster presentation. So 75 posters we have converted into posters. And those poster paper are also going to publish in Google Scholar Index Journal. It is basically with NID Kurukshetra. They have a journal and we will publish it over there. We are fortunate enough to have a very good keynotes from this for this edition of a conference. Dr. Steve Welch, a 40-year-old, I mean to say, a person with 40 years experience in mechanical engineering from NPTC Group UK. Dr. Ruggerio from University of Salerno, Italy. Dr. Tushar Shinde from Stanford University is going to talk on machine learning. Then Dr. Hassan Saad Ifti is from Oxford University. And such a great person, Dr. Ifti, is working on supersonic jet, material related engineering on supersonic jet. And Dr. Norman from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. So practically for college like YCC, Indian college, having guest keynote speakers from World Rank 1, World Rank 2, World Rank 3, I think it may be a great scenario and it may be a great learning for we people also. We have session chairs because for the entire process, we have 18 parallel tracks for the entire conference, including different streams. And we are fortunate enough this time that we have session chairs to judge the papers from different countries as well as from India. So we have Dr. Dong from South Korea, University of Hong Kong. Dr. James from NPTC Group UK. Prabhune sir is going to chair one session. Thank you, sir. Dr. David Jose from University of Aachen. Dr. Nikolai Gofield from his R&D scientist from Israel. Dr. Manish Kumar from Israel Institute of Technology. Dr. Saifuddin from South Korea, Hanyang University. Dr. Appu Vinod from Ben Gurion University, Israel again. And Dr. Abhishek Sharma from Osaka University, Japan. So these are our session chair to judge the papers. Then we have various NITs, IITs, and IISc involved as a session chair. It does includes with to name very few because the list is pretty long. For 18 sessions, we have 36 session chairs, 18 tracks. Dr. Vikas Kumar from IIT Bombay, Dr. Deepashri Avade from IISc Bangalore, Mr. Tahir Mian from IIT Delhi, Deepak Prajapati from IIT Madras, Prasenjit Das sir, he is actually a faculty from IISc Bangalore, Naveen Kumar from IIT Delhi, Arunendra Tiwari from IIT Bombay, Praveen Kumar from IIT Bombay, Alankrita Singh from IIT Roorkee, Dr. Kishore Shingare from IIT Bombay, then Pradeep Gupta from IISc Bangalore, Dr. Ojas from again from IIT Bombay, and Dr. Dilip Lade from VNID. Again, we have few names from VNID as well as from other NITs also. So this is the entire scenario and entire statistics as far as RAMML 2023 is concerned. So with this, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all participants, all authors, those who would like to are going to present papers in the conference. We'll have a poster presentation and judgment will be done by VNID experts. And we have a prizes for poster presentation, prize 1, 2, 3. And for every single track, there is a best paper award. Obviously, certificate, no cash prize, but we have it to provide a proper recognition. So with this, again, on behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering, on behalf of YCC, I welcome all researchers and all participants. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request President of today's function, Dr. UP Wage, sir, to please say a few words.
Good morning, all of you. Dignitaries on the dais, chief guest of today's program, Engineer Rahul Kulkarni, Chief Operating Officer, OCW Private Limited, Nagpur. Guest of honor, Mr. Makranda Alur, Chief Administrative Officer, Indian Institute of Management, Nagpur, and also our alumni from Production Engineering Batch 1991 batch. Another guest of honor, Mr. Ajinkya Prabhune, Professor, Heidelberg University, Germany. My colleagues on the dais, Dr. Manali Shirsagar Madam, the conference chair and head of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Jayan Giri, co-chair, Dr. Chadge, dignitaries of the dais, invited guest, ex-professor from Mechanical Engineering Department YCC, Dr. A.V. Kale, Professor Akant, Registrar of YCC, Deans, heads of various departments, participants, authors, and dear student friends. I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this inaugural session of Second International Conference on recent advances in material manufacturing and machine learning RMML 2023, organized by Department of Mechanical Engineering, Yashwantrao Chauhan College of Engineering, Nagpur, in association with the Institution of Engineers India, Maharashtra State Center and Nagpur Local Center, and ASME YCC Student Section. At the beginning, I compliment the complete organizing team under the leadership of Dr. Jayan Giri for taking lot of efforts, working hard, reaching to so many authors, so many keynote speakers in very short span. So this is the second conference in that series, and we YCCN have witnessed the success of first conference also, and with immense effort of all these people, today we all gathered here for second international conference. Topic is very important: recent advances in material manufacturing and machine learning. I am from civil engineering background. We all know that whatever natural resources are available in our country, they are hugely used, and in coming years there will be the scarcity of all these natural resources, and we have to import it from other countries. So we are looking for the alternate resources in civil engineering. Can we replace cement, or can we partially replace cement by some alternate material? Can we replace sand? Can we replace aggregate or even steel also? For low cost housing, steel as reinforcement is being totally replaced by bamboo. Now the scientists, they are also trying for aluminum as a reinforcement in building. So many research work is going on. Similarly, in industries, in manufacturing industries, the application of machine learning, 3D printing, all these is immensely used. And the output of all these processes by using this new technology is we get the good quality product, the finished product, and whatever shape, whatever precision we require, we can produce by using all these advanced technologies. In less time, you get the product, finished product, with all the qualities which customer needs in less time. So we are saving the manpower also. And we know whenever any technology is used, the product is always better than it is produced manually. So that's why during this conference, whatever deliberation will take place in coming 2 days, it will be helpful to you to know the advances in this area from the renowned authors. Similarly, the organizers, they have organized the keynote session by eminent academicians from top universities in the world. So I really thank the organizer for taking this effort to convince the faculty member from these top universities to deliver their keynote address. So that opportunity also everybody will get. Now for the information of outsiders, mainly the dignitaries on the dais, I take this opportunity to brief them about YCC. This institution was started in 1984 with three programs only: construction technology, production engineering, and electronics engineering, with intake of 180. And sir, after 38 years, we are offering 12 undergraduate program, 6 postgraduate program with 5,600 students on campus. All the departments, they are the approved research center of Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj Nagpur University to carry out the research for PhD program. As on date, 148 research scholars, they have completed PhD from YCC. 83 research scholars, they are pursuing their PhD from various departments of YCC. Recently, in second cycle of NAC accreditation, YCC received A double plus grade with score of 3.60 and became the first engineering college in Maharashtra to receive such a high score. All our programs, eligible programs, they are being accredited and re-accredited by National Board of Accreditation, New Delhi, since 2003. And as on date, all undergraduate programs, their NBA accreditation is valid. We are consistently under NIRF ranking of Government of India. Every year they rank all engineering colleges. All means it includes IITs, NITs, autonomous colleges, self-finance colleges, government colleges. Almost 4,000 plus colleges, they participate in this NIRF ranking. And I am glad to inform you that YCC, since 2016 when it was started, is consistently within 150 ranks. Only last year, YCC received 184 rank. They declare the ranking for top 200 institution in our country. Similarly, in 2019, YCC was selected by Ministry of MSME under their Aspire scheme to start Technical Business Incubation Center. And Ministry has given the financial assistance of rupees 60 lakh. With the help of this financial assistance, we have started Fab Lab in our college, which is the second Fab Lab in Nagpur. Whatever basic instrumentation facilities required for our students, to convert their idea into a product, make that product as commercial product, so that after final year they can start their own startup company. So YCC TBI Foundation is a Section 8 company, and we have started 10 startup, and 3 startup they are doing well, almost earning the money from 2 lakh to 10 lakh per year. So all these facilities we have created for our students. I appeal my student friends, they must take the advantage of this conference. As Giri sir, he has informed that so many top academicians they will be addressing, and so many good papers will be presented in this conference. So take it seriously. This will help you to select the topic of your undergraduate and postgraduate program. Similarly, you can think on the area where you want to pursue your post graduation, and also the research area. So this type of conferences, they give the opportunity to learn so many things. I am thankful to all the authors, and also at the same time I congratulate them for sending the paper and presenting their paper in this conference. I thank all the dignitaries sitting on the dais, chief guests, guest of honor, for accepting our invitation and sparing their valuable time for this inaugural session. I thank all the participants, and lastly I thank the complete organizing team of this conference, who have taken lot of efforts in organizing this particular conference. Once again, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this inaugural session of Second International Conference RMML 2023. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivational words. Today we have with us the guest of honor for our program, Mr. Makarand Alur sir, the Chief Administrative Officer, IIM Nagpur. May I now request sir to please say a few words on this occasion. Please.
Respected dignitaries on the stage, invitees, participants of this conference, faculty members, and students. It gives me a lot of happiness to come back to my alma mater, my institute, YCC. I am proud to be the alumnus of YCC, which was established in 1984 and almost completed 38 years of its journey, and feel proud to see its growth. I am also thankful to the organizing committee of this international conference on RMML 2023 for giving this opportunity to be part of this conference. Presently, the education ecosystem is witnessing continuous transformation and is growing in multiple dimensions. In earlier days, the focus of education institute is to be on the degree oblique diploma granting programs. Now, the focus is distributed to teaching, to training, research, and consultancy. Executive education or technical upskilling is the human resource has become not only important for industries but also for the academicians to have a healthier industry academia relationship. Acknowledging the need to have the practical flexible approach to teaching, experimental learning, and it is a key for the educational institute to remain relevant to the industries. There has been exponential growth in the technologies, and so there is a need to constantly upgrade the syllabus of every course of studies. And I am very confident the YCC must be utilizing this academic autonomy to make its courses up to date and relevant to the industry. Technological advancement impacts every sphere of life. So boundaries of sectors like manufacturing and AI are blurring. Terms like chat GPT, AI, data analytics, machine learning, which were the earlier restricted to the engineers, has become a vocabulary of a common man. Recently, I was watching the interview of Satya Nadella of Microsoft. He was talking about the advancement of Indian engineers and IT professionals in the study of artificial intelligence and its conversion to the service uh, required by the society. AI has challenged the existing existence of humans in all industries, which may result into replacement with robots. And AI and its newer avatars will work and grow only on the pillars of research undertaken by the engineers. Today, every educational institute needs to focus on the research and publication so as to be relevant and to ensure that the technological advances benefit the society at large. There is a policy change happening based on the needs of educational ecosystem. The government is also showing agility and implementing these changes with the help of NEP 2020. Soon, the framework of graduate programs will change multidimensionally. The conventional boundaries of structured programs are going to be diminishing, and the real stakeholders, that is students, are going to get opportunity to select the subjects of their choice, to upgrade their skills and carve unconventional but more satisfactory career paths. The focus of the industries is now shifted from growth and turnover to profits and revenues. The government is now finalizing the framework for globalization of educational institute in which foreign universities will be allowed to set up their standalone campuses. The scope for dual degree programs which is existing with the Indian universities with the foreign universities is also being reviewed. This is going to change the Indian universities to complete their activities. The disruption is not only going to affect the academic structures but also the infrastructural needs. In this scenario, the conferences like RMML is going to play an important role in sharing of research, peer review of the work, brainstorming of the solutions, and most importantly, the scaling up. Building upon the output of such conferences, educational institutes are going to give the confidence to the manufacturing industries to take up indigenous work in making India a success and country self-reliant. I would like to congratulate YCC, the organizing team, for the arranging this international conference on such a relevant subject. I am sure the participants, academicians, and the students will benefit from this conference. I once again thank you for this valuable opportunity given to me and wish all the success to this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, today again we have a guest of honor for our program, Mr. Ajinkya Prabhune, Professor, Heidelberg University, Germany. May I now request sir to please say a few words.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the dignitaries, and thank you, YCC, for inviting me as a guest of honor. It is really a pleasure being working in this field for so many years now. I would really like to connect with you. You heard a lot of talks before me, what is going to happen in the world, but it was 2019, around four and a half years ago. I was in this hall, but with the computer science students, and at that point of time I was trying to motivate them to go into the field of data science or to be just open. and try to take the most opportunity. So this, in my today's talk, I'm not going to speak about what is happening in the world. You guys are more advanced than us, I can tell you that. We professors, teachers, the professionals, we would be working our 9 to 5 jobs. Professors do work 24 hours, so please appreciate them, they do a lot for you. uh, I'll make it a bit technical. The neural network in my brain is not biased towards a professor, so don't think that I've trained it in order to speak in such a way today that I'm going to show some empathy for them. But actually what Professor Giri said, I was smiling there, because when my team, we have the conferences with IEEE big data, it is a lot of work. And why do you think they are doing this? You think they are always only interested in the count of the papers that the conference is going to lead them and their university? No, not true actually. It is for you guys. It is for you guys to get that experience, because when I was a student 15 years ago, we did not get these opportunities, or we did not have these opportunities, because there was not a culture of research oriented applications, which is what you are going to get in these 2 days. So please do appreciate them. There's a lot of work that has been gone through it, and 500 plus papers, that is not a joke. So let them settle down, because I see your neural nets are being quite distracted towards different anomalies. Try to not get those anomalies from your mobile devices also. Try to get into your careers. Sorry, these are my talks when I meet my students. But anyway, I don't want to demotivate you on that. So from my side, what I would like to tell you is, take these 2 days as a learning curve. There can be chat gpt, there can be, I mean, gpt was there a long time ago. It is now just trained with a magnitude of data. Because of that, you are able to see what it is today. But the creativeness of a human mind, the inquisitiveness that you as a young generation have, try to carve it out much in you. Try not to stick only to the books. These conferences, the papers that you are going to see, the keynotes you are going to hear, try to understand them. Try to see you as an individual, or just you as friends. You must be staying on the campus or at home. Do some brainstorming sessions, talk to each other, try to get new ideas out of it, and that will lead to your new novel idea. That can lead towards then a new industry, that can lead to your own startups. So don't think you are less in any way. I mean, same as you, I also have the same brain, the same neural network with me, but it is just trying to push that neural network to learn more. Okay, especially you mechanical guys, you have an undue advantage in compared to the computer science people. I come from computer science background, because you guys know the mechanical, the domain expertise in that area, and you also know now the computer science and the data science background. So you're going to challenge my students for their jobs, which is not bad actually. It does make sense. And I would like to give you one example. I know you are all young, you must be thinking, sir, that was a nice talk. What is it with respect to money? Do I get to earn good money if I do this? Actually, yes. One of my student, Anil, his name is Anil, I can tell you that because I got a disclosure agreement written from him. So I was going to give you that example. Mechanical pass out, worked in Bosch for a few years, and now after doing data science or machine learning, one and the same at the end, he is now working for Volkswagen as a data scientist in autonomous car driving with a package of 90,000 euros. So you see how much rare you guys are going to be in the future. Okay, so make the most of this. Take these 2 days, 3 days as maximum learning curve. And I would give you a small tip. After you go through all these talks, the keynotes, keep a small notebook with you. Try to summarize what the author spoke in 1 or 2 lines. Go home, digest everything, and see what is my brain or your brain capable of thinking on top of that. Now go back, do the research, and sir, for the third year, you will have many publications coming. Okay, so I wish you all the best. I once again thank all the dignitaries. YCC, it seems to be a very nice relation. After 4 years, I got an opportunity to come on your desk and again speak. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Makalkar sir. As usual, you're always there. Thank you so much. And students, stay creative, stay inquisitive, and don't think you are any less than anyone in this world. And I can tell you that, like you, there are many students who are doing in your direction. So you do not have to be scared. You don't have to think, oh, I'm not in the United States or I'm not in Germany. Will I get the opportunity? Everyone has the same brain. So train your neural networks and use this conference for it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for your charging words to our students. Now, I would like to request Dr. Manali ma'am to please say a few words about our conference.
Thanks, Shilpa. Good morning. Madam just now mentioned and thanked Dr. Ajinkya for his charging words. So where is the charge? Good morning. Here's the charge. Dignitaries on the dais. Chief guest of the program, Engineer Rahul Kulkarni, Chief Operating Officer, OCW Private Limited. Guest of honor, Mr. Makran Alur, our own alumnus, who is also the Chief Administrative Officer of IIM Nagpur, a very prestigious institute where you might be aspiring to go after your graduation. Some of you may be. Guest of honor, Dr. Ajinkya, our own principal, Dr. UP Wage, the organizer and the chair of the conference, Dr. Jayan Giri, Dr. Chadge, who is the co-chair, my seniors sitting in the audience, all my colleagues, and dear student friends. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Dr. Giri and his team for the second edition of this conference, which has really been more impressive compared to last year. And one more thing I would like to mention here very specifically, that I would like to welcome on behalf of YCC team the journalists who have made it all the way to come to YCC, and that's, I think, something which we should be really proud of, because the type of the conference, the standard of the conference perhaps is reflected through these kind of gestures. So I'm really thankful to all the journalists and the newspapers they're representing over here. Dr. Ajinkya has already talked about neural network and the way the wiring has to take place, or the learning has to take place. Because me and Dr. Ajinkya belong to the same field, that is computer science. And incidentally, I'm also teaching the elements of AI and ML to the first year students. So, yes, I observe a lot of things. Uh, I think this Corona period, sometimes it was a blessing in disguise. But then, as a teacher, what we are observing, all the teachers would sitting over here would agree with me, is that students have actually lost the interest in the whole teaching learning process. This is the and somehow they are, looking out for the shortcuts. Just now, Dr. Ajinkya mentioned about Chat GPT. Long before Chat GPT is in the beta mode. They're still testing on it. Before that, it was the GPT Instruct. It is amazing. I have been trying to explore with Chat GPT. You all also can do it. It is available on openai.com. So you can just register and you can also see the features of Chat GPT. And it's really amazing. Of course, it has a darker side too, because it can give the answers to anything. So the first thing that we have to do is ban the mobiles in the exam rooms, because all the answers can come. I mean, as Dr. Ajinkya mentioned, that you need not be told anything what is happening in the world. You are, more advanced compared to us. But then this Chat GPT has a darker side. So, but then what is the brighter side? It is amazing. You just question any damn thing to this Chat GPT. It's a bot after all, and it would come out with fantastic answers, and you would be amazed to see the miracle of the human brain. So here again, I would say that who is supreme? It's the human brain which is supreme, because even if a bot is going to defeat human beings at times, but then it is the creation of the human beings. So there should be a big appreciation for our own brains, I think, and it calls for a round of applause. Another observation as a teacher is we are not actually thinking out of box. So, what is happening around the world, something definitely needs to be told to you, because I mean, I would like to take the reference of the recent budget, which was, presented yesterday itself. Educational sector has got a thumping budget allocation. It is the highest ever budget allocation across the years which you would have witnessed. 1.12 lakh crores is something which is a huge amount of budget which has been allocated to the education sector. So why I am telling this, just to give you the importance of education and how seriously Bharat is thinking about it. So education sector, and second, which is relevant to us, the budget allocation which has got a big chunk, is science and technology. So science and technology also has got, of course, for the space the allocation has been slashed, but for science and technology the budget has been really good. And now what it is actually, the other day we had scientists from Department of Science and Technology who has been trying to tell us that what you guys should be doing as an engineering institution, what is expected out of you. So what is expected out of you is look around yourself. There are a lot of problems what you can find locally. So, as an engineer, I think it is the expectation of the society and the profession from us that we provide solution to this real life problems. You need not go much far to look at what are the problems around us. We can very easily find out the problems. In this society where you are staying, you might come out with some problem, which as an engineer, you may be in a position to solve. But that would happen only if you are really willing, you are inquisitive. Dr. Ajinkya already mentioned that you should be inquisitive, you should be enthusiastic, you should be open minded, and you should not shirk away from the responsibility of solving the problems. You're not going to be a theoretical engineer. Do you want to be a theoretical engineer? I mean, that would be a shame on on us, on our profession. Do you know with what kind of a respect the chartered accountant guys are actually spoken, or this kind of status they enjoy? Somebody in your neighborhood, somebody in your relatives, somebody in your acquaintances, if he or she is a chartered accountant, what are the normal thoughts that cross your mind? Wow, yeah, chartered accountant, right? And do you also know the fact about chartered accountants? They also have a supreme authority, just like we have our authorities, our regulatory authorities. They also have their regulatory authorities, the chartered accountant institution. And there is a benchmark for what should be the minimum salaries a CA should be given. Now, have you heard about the minimum salary for an engineering guy? No, na? 12,000, 15,000, 18,000, 20,000. MTech Computer Science and Engineering. Do you? Okay, I want to do a job in a software development company. Ma'am, give me a software development job. Okay, fine. Do you know C language? And you're asking for software development job. Now, I would call that as a theoretical engineer. Someone who has done MTech CSE and even doesn't know how to code and expecting herself or himself to be positioned in my software development team. Will anybody accept that? Now, what is it? Why this scenario is there? When we became engineers, we got the same kind of respect and honor as the chartered accountants are getting. Because people know that they're not going to fail. The kind of training that they have undergone, they're never going to fail because it's not really easy. But for engineers, it is like a cakewalk. They are becoming engineers. Anybody and everybody can become engineers. This is what people and society has started thinking about us. A shame on us. Why? Because we are not increasing our levels. We are going down day by day. That's why I said in the classroom, I observed that people are not interested in hearing. I am trying to explain the expression, I am trying to tell in the simplest words how a neural network can be trained and giving analogies to your day to day life examples. But still, after 35 minutes, I have to stop because we don't have patience. If we don't have patience to hear, to listen to a teacher who might try to involve you in the teaching learning process, then do you think you're really going to become good engineers? This is my fundamental concern. So I think you should go by your profession. That means you should be proud of yourselves as engineers, Your society should be proud of you all as engineers, because you will have to become those competent engineers who are capable of solving the problems. So budgets have to do something with this, because Bharat is focusing on education, is focusing on Atmanirbhar Bharat, is focusing on science and technology. So the onus is on us, because science and technology must be closely related to the students who are into technology, who are into science, and we are into technology. So naturally, a lot of expectations are there, and I think we should come up to the challenge. So this is what I would like to urge, request, and I would like to expect from you all, considering this platform as the app platform to get connected with you all. So with these last words, I also want you to get as much as possible exposure through the keynote speeches, because those are really going to be wonderful speeches. The Department of Mechanical Engineering, the session chair, and the entire team of the conference has invested great efforts in organizing this conference and bringing the luminaries from across the world to you. So at least honor their efforts, the kind of exposure that they are trying to provide to you all. Make the most of it, and by listening to many speakers from diverse what we can say surroundings, because it's the global platform now, and we all are proud of Department of Mechanical Engineering, to scale such heights that this is a truly international conference. It's not about a formality of a couple of speakers coming from abroad and calling it as an international conference. It is in true sense an international conference. So many eminent speakers are going to give the keynote addresses, and then we will be really, what we can say, unfortunate if we don't take advantage of such a platform or such kind of an opportunity. So my sincere request to all of you to make the most of these speeches. It will definitely give you a very wonderful learning experience, I'm very sure of it. So once again, I congratulate the entire team, thankful to all the dignitaries on the dais, all the journalists who have made it all the way to come to YCC auditorium to cover our event. To all my colleagues and guys, you are wonderful, you are fantastic. Once you determine, you can do anything. So all the best to all of you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Today we have with us the eminent personality and the chief guest of today's program, Engineer Rahul Kulkarni, Chief Operating Officer, OCW Private Limited, Nagpur. May I take this opportunity to introduce Sir with you all? Just Mr. Rahul Kulkarni is presently the Chief Operating Officer of Orange City Water, OCW, and which is the 100% subsidiary of the Veolia Waters. Mr. Rahul Kulkarni has completed his MTech in Environmental Engineering and has more than 20 years of rich experience in the water sector. He is specialized in the urban water management and hydraulic structures. At OCW, he is interested with improvement of potable water services to the customers in Nagpur city, and in the water sector he worked all over India in different capacities with Veolia Waters. Mr. Rahul Kulkarni is with OCW since its inception, and he is known as the most vital water technology technocrat of OCW. Let's have a big round of applause. And with this, I invite Sir for his speech. Thank you.
Good morning, all. So, to start with, I first congratulate the college, the management, about the RAMML second conference 2023. Uh, I also congratulate Mr. Giri and his team and the mechanical department to really work hard and really bring this excellent platform for everybody, the students especially, to really take up whatever best they can in their specific interest, because I was going through all the programs and the papers are quite diverse, quite different in nature, and obviously from all the prominent authors, scientists, researchers, and everybody. Uh, as everybody conveyed, that it would be nice that you people could give your best conscious and sincere effort to understand and go through all this presentations and papers in this coming days, 2 3 days. To just it's a nostalgic moment for me to be a part of the engineering students, because it has been a long time I've come back to any engineering college and with the students like you. It has been a right, like many people said, it's a 9 to 5 service oriented job which we people are working into, a different aura, the more on the service oriented and utility business side. But as everybody touched how and what India is growing, Madam very rightly touched about the budget, the skills development which the government is thinking about. The government is also pushing new startups to come up from these new upcoming engineers like you, who should not be more focusing only on the best part of services and trying to probably aim on having a very big international jobs and these things. Probably understanding from all these international papers and researchers what is done globally, where we could learn, take up, and probably adopt to our country's requirement situations, where probably we can bring new improvements, new heights to the country's services and performances which is required. Coming back to the work which I have done, probably the madam touched about many things about my career. As our honorable principal also said, that resources are quite important, natural resources. He also comes from a civil background, I am too. So natural resources are quite vital, and we should be honoring those. Water become one of the most precious resources which we are dealing into. As we know, global population is touching not less than 8 million nowadays, out of which we can say roughly around 5 billion is the population which are staying in the urban cities. And this urban population is going to be the biggest challenge for all water management people, and a basic service to be given. So it's a need of the hour, where more works related to this is being done in a focused way. More infrastructure development is required, more resource management is done, and a financial stability to this sector is given. Obviously, the government has its own restrictions, has its own limitations. That's where private players like us do play a part. And I'm quite happy to share that Nagpur had taken this decision and has gone for a public-private partnership, a PPP model, where a private player like Veolia, who is a world-renowned company, who has been a part of it and has invested and is working here for the betterment of the services and the system upgradation. But this is just the start of the entire country's system which needs to be done. And as everybody know, uh, every public department has its own limitations in terms of utility management, irrespective of many uh, constraints and hurdles due to all reasons which probably not to be touched here. But private players do play a vital role there, can give an efficient and more robust system. Um, so it's a need of an hour, not to make it monotonous and this thing only to hand it over to the private, but it's also an important role where a public and private people work joint in hand for the betterment of it. And I am sure, as many other utilities have come up, water is something also which is going to come up. Not only Nagpur, now Coimbatore, Chennai, you can see Chandigarh, Hubli, Dharwad, Gulbarga. Many cities are coming up with such models where public and private partnerships are coming up.
So this is another sector which is opening up very strongly, which is a service oriented sector. So I will take this opportunity at this conference where you people will be learning more on new technologies and how to utilize it. So it would be nice to, as I am a part of the service industry, that you people think that this can be utilized for the service improvement for our uh, brothers who are there, and we can help this technology to bring a change in their life. So I thank again the management to call me for this opportunity and be a chief guest of this function. And I wish all the best to the team who is organizing it, as well as you students who are supposed to gain good amount of knowledge and information and utilize it in your career. Best of luck for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. As we come to the end of this program, I would like to invite Dr. R.B. Chadge sir to propose a official vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, dear all. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It can be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks for this special occasion. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who bless us with their presence. I'm very much thankful to our chief guest, engineer Rahul Kulkarni sir, Chief Operating Officer OCW Private Limited Nagpur, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace this occasion. And I also express my sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Mr. Makran Alur, Chief Administrative Officer IIM Nagpur, and Dr. Ajinkya Prabhune, Professor, Heidelberg University, Germany. I, on behalf of organizing committee, convey deep regards and sincere thanks to our Honorable Sri Dattaji Meghe, Chairman NYSS, Honorable Sri Raviji Meghe, Secretary NYSS, Honorable Sri Samirji Meghe, Treasurer NYSS, and Honorable Vrindatai Meghe, Chief Advisor NYSS, for his word of encouragement. I thank him for his kindness, his interest, hospitality, and continued support. My sincere thanks to Dr. UP Wage, Principal YCC, for his help and continued support at various stages. My sincere gratitude to Dr. Manali Shisagar, Director Technical, for kind support and motivation in this endeavor. And I thanks to the head of various departments and deans who always stand by us and motivated us. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated faculty and student committee volunteers. I also thanks to media person reporters for accepting our invitation and covering this event. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zone. I feel proud and thank you for making this event a successful one. Have a wonderful morning, enjoy the conference, and wish everyone success and good health. Stay happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Before we conclude this today's program, I would like to announce that today at 2 p.m. at the CCC auditorium only, we have the keynote by Mr. Steve Welch, NPTC Group of Colleges, UK. So I would request all of you to please resume the CCC hall again at 2 p.m. And here I declare officially that this inauguration function of this conference is over, and I request everyone to please join for the high tea. Thank you. Thank you.